Imagine a book that can change your financial life. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is that book. Its influence is profound, altering the way readers perceive money and wealth. It's not just a book, it's a financial revolution in pages. Authored by Robert Kiyosaki, this book offers 6 practical steps to break free from the mundane 9-to-5 grind, opening doors to financial freedom. It's a roadmap to wealth that's been followed by countless individuals worldwide. Now it's your chance to join them. Rich Dad, Poor Dad doesn't just teach you the mechanics of wealth creation. It reshapes your mindset, helping you think and act like the wealthy, and not just dream of becoming them. Today, we'll explore these 6 lessons through the story of 2 individuals, Rahul and Vikas. Their journey, inspired by Kiyosaki's teachings, is a testament to the transformative power of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Meet Rahul and Vikas, 2 construction workers with different approaches to money. In a small village, the buzz of an upcoming luxury resort brought about a wave of job opportunities. Among the many construction workers hired, we meet Rahul and Vikas, 2 village locals. But despite sharing the same job, their attitudes towards money couldn't be more different. Rahul was a man of the present. His goal was simple: earn as much as possible every day. He worked tirelessly, often pulling in overtime hours, all to ensure that his daily wage was higher than anyone else's. He even managed to get his elder son employed at the resort, albeit for a lower salary. Rahul was convinced that he was on the right path, his pockets fuller than most. On the other hand, Vikas was a man with a vision. He wasn't just a construction worker building a resort, he was a resident watching his village transform. He saw not just a job, but an opportunity. Vikas knew the resort would bring changes to the village, and he intended to capitalize on them. Vikas was neither the highest paid nor the hardest working among the construction crew. But he was perhaps the most intelligent. He found out that the resort belonged to a public company, meaning he could buy its shares. Without wasting time, he invested a portion of his salary in the company's stock. But his foresight didn't stop there. Vikas realized that the completion of the resort would lead to an influx of employees who would need a place to stay. Anticipating this need, he bought a plot of land and built a small paying guest facility. Fast forward 5 years, the resort was complete. Rahul, having lost his job, was left with the daunting prospect of moving 100 kilometers away for another construction job. But for Vikas, the completion of the resort marked the beginning of his journey. The resort staff filled Vikas's paying guest facility, providing him a steady income. The shares he had bought years ago had multiplied in value, and the land he had bought in the neighboring village had appreciated significantly due to the resort's popularity. While Rahul ends up jobless after the resort's completion, Vikas has multiple sources of income due to his foresight and strategic decisions. This story of Rahul and Vikas illustrates how 2 people, given the same opportunity, can have drastically different outcomes based on their financial strategies. Rahul's short-term thinking led him to a dead end, while Vikas's long-term vision and strategic investments set him on a path to financial independence. Remember, it's not about how much you earn today, but how well you plan for tomorrow. Because at the end of the day, it's those who think ahead who end up ahead. Both Rahul and Vikas were intelligent, but their decisions led them to different financial outcomes. The story of Rahul and Vikas gives us profound insights into the world of financial decision-making. Rahul, the hard-working construction worker, was focused on immediate earnings. He worked tirelessly, often putting in overtime, and even managed to secure a job for his elder son. His aim was to make as much money as he could in the shortest period of time. However, this short-term thinking blinded him to the bigger picture, and when the resort was completed, he found himself without a job, unsure of his next steps. On the other hand, Vikas had a different approach. He was not as educated as Rahul, but he was a visionary. He saw the resort's arrival as an opportunity to make long-term investments that would pay off in the future. First, he bought shares in the resort's company, understanding that as the resort grew in popularity, so would the value of his shares. Second, he purchased land in the villages where the resort was planning to expand, anticipating that the land prices would skyrocket once the resort was established. Finally, knowing that the resort would not provide housing for its employees, he set up a paying guest accommodation, providing a steady stream of income. Vikas's actions were guided by a rich mindset. He was willing to work less and earn less in the short term, knowing that his investments would generate multiple income sources in the future. He understood that wealth is not just about earning money, but about making money work for you. This tale of Rahul and Vikas underscores the importance of long-term thinking and investment. It's not just about how much you earn today, but about how you can make your money grow for tomorrow. Like Vikas, individuals with a rich mindset work less for money for a short time but create multiple income sources for the future. Financial literacy can make a significant difference in one's life, as demonstrated by Dhirubhai Ambani. Dhirubhai was a visionary entrepreneur and the founder of Reliance Industries in India. His story is a testament to the power of financial literacy and entrepreneurial thinking. One day, Young Anant Ambani, Dhirubhai's grandson, approached him with a seemingly simple request. He wanted some money to buy balloons. Anant was handed 15 rupees by his grandfather. But what happened next is a perfect example of financial literacy in action. Instead of buying inflated balloons, Anant chose to buy balloons without air. This might seem insignificant, but it was a decision that showcased a deep understanding of value. He understood that he could get more value for his money by buying the balloons without air and inflating them himself. After buying the balloons, Anant didn't play with them like any other child would. Instead, he filled them with air and went out to sell them. His small investment had now turned into a profit. This was his first step into the world of entrepreneurship, guided by an understanding of financial literacy. In this act, Anant demonstrated a crucial aspect of financial literacy: the ability to identify opportunities for profit and understand the concept of return on investment. By buying deflated balloons, filling them with air, and selling them at a higher price, Anant was able to make a profit from his initial investment. The story of Anant and Dhirubhai Ambani is an excellent example of how financial literacy can empower individuals to make informed decisions and seize opportunities. It shows us that understanding money and how it works is not just about bookkeeping or knowing how to make a budget. It's about understanding the value of money, how to make it work for you, and how to maximize its potential. This short entrepreneurial lesson shows the importance of financial literacy and the power of thinking creatively about money. So the next time you find yourself faced with a financial decision, remember the story of Dhirubhai and Anant Ambani. It might just inspire you to think differently. So, what can we learn from Rich Dad Poor Dad, Rahul, Vikas, and Dhirubhai Ambani? Well, let's break it down. In the beginning, we talked about the profound influence of Rich Dad Poor Dad, a book that has been a game changer for many. It laid out 6 critical steps to escape the 9-to-5 grind, or as we put it, the Chakravyu. Then we delved into the story of Rahul and Vikas, 2 construction workers with contrasting financial behaviors. Rahul was content with his daily wages, working tirelessly to earn more, while Vikas, on the other hand, looked at the bigger picture. He saw the potential changes that a new resort could bring to his village and leveraged those opportunities to his advantage. He bought shares in the resort's company, invested in land, and even established a paying guest accommodation for future employees. From their story, the lesson is clear. The rich don't work harder for money, they make money work harder for them. Rahul worked tirelessly, but his earnings remained limited to his daily wages. Vikas, however, planted seeds that bore fruit in the long term, providing him with multiple streams of income. We then touched upon the importance of financial literacy, as exemplified by Dhirubhai Ambani's story. When his grandson Anant asked him for money to buy balloons, Anant didn't just play with them. He filled the balloons with air, sold them at a profit, and learned a valuable lesson about entrepreneurial thinking. So what's the takeaway from all of this? It's simple. Financial freedom isn't about working harder for money. It's about making money work harder for you. It's about seeing opportunities where others see none, taking calculated risks, and diversifying your income streams. It's about understanding the value of money and the power it holds. And most importantly, it's about teaching these lessons to the next generation. Remember, financial freedom isn't about working harder for money. It's about making money work harder for you.